Hello again. It's your boy Cheese on a new topic for you guys today. This one, let me turn this down. I'm here watching this Michael Rappaport, the comedian guy. Yeah, that's kind of close. Um, and his interaction that he had with Kevin Durant. And I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video, but I just felt the need to have a conversation about this because social media to me, the Twitterverse slash Instathought society, Instagram society. This is what happens when people go unchecked. People get all caught up in their feelings. People don't care about other people's feelings. You end up with situations like this between grown men. Okay? Now, this isn't the first time people have been put on blast on Twitter, but I am just disgusted by how these people act. And this is there's multiple examples I can bring up of this. You know, going back to Donald Sterling getting put on blast by his girlfriend because he was talking about black people in a private conversation. We have Kirk Franklin a few weeks ago. His son put him on blast, talking about how his father was talking to him. They having a strange relationship, and heck, how he was talking back to his father. And he puts that man's business out there. And now Michael Rappaport put a conversation he was having with Kevin Durant on Twitter. It's why do we feel the need as a society to back folk into a corner when they are having a private conversation with you? What people say in private, what people say under duress, what people say when they're angry, when they're drunk, a lot of the time, yes, the truth, quote unquote, may come out, but this is not how this person generally will act when they're dealing with the public, when they're sane, when they're normal everyday interaction. We are all guilty of saying things we shouldn't say with our friends, with our family. We say things to them that we would not say to people out in the public. It doesn't mean that you are a nasty, evil, racist, Hitler-minded person because you say a derogatory term to a friend, or you say you speak inappropriately with a family member, a friend, or whatever. It doesn't mean you're going to interact with the entire world like this all the time. It doesn't make the behavior right. Case in point, what Donald Sterling said about his girlfriend not hanging out with black people. Kirk Franklin, a Christian man, yes, he shouldn't have been talking that way to his son using profanity because that's not part of the Christian belief that profanities, you're not supposed to use profanity, although we're all guilty of that. But it's not the issue of what was said, it's the issue of it being made public without the person's consent. Why is this being done? Are we clout chasing so much in society that we have to destroy someone or make someone look bad or evil strictly so we can look better? Is this what we've become? That's the question. Is this what we've become? We can no longer stand on our own morals, our own 2 feet. We can't do things for ourselves. So I got a chance here. This person is a public figure. They're well known. This is a chance for me to use them as a crutch, basically, or a step, put them on blast and make me look better, make my account get more likes or more retweets or whatever, okay? And I looked at the conversation that back to Michael and Kevin Durant here, and both of these guys to me are idiots. and they are both to blame for this. And Michael is on Undisputed with Skip and Shannon, and he at least admitted that this was a bad idea. But this guy is in his, how old is he? Maybe in his 50s. He's been in Hollywood for over 30 years. So I'm going to say he's in his late 40s, probably 50s, okay? You can't give me this excuse about you, now that you look back at it, you should have known. You, come on, man. You knew what was going to happen with this. You're not new to Hollywood. You're not 18, 19 years old, just now getting recruited and not knowing how the Twitterverse works. Get the F out of here with this, man. You knew this was going to happen, just like what Shannon said. Yeah, you didn't think it was going to blow up as much as it did, but it's Kevin Durant, a man who is known as being mega sensitive, can't take a joke, worse than Donald Trump when it comes to, sensitivity. This guy will come back. You can't say anything about him without him getting his feathers ruffled and his panties in a bunch. That's just the way it is. Why would you have any interaction with a person like this? Kevin Durant does not care about anything but like most athletes. This guy's worth over $40 million a year. There is nothing that you can say to him that's going to change his behavior. He's rich. Stop messing. And you're rich as well. Not his level of rich. So two rich media people get into a spat. This is going back to December. Y'all need to go read this Twitter conversation that the two of them had. I'm sorry, the DM conversation that got put on Twitter by Michael Rappaport. Okay, this quote-unquote banter that the two of them normally had that just blew out of proportion with some just horrible name-calling. It looked like two 13-year-old kids were arguing, and Kevin Durant by far said the more nasty, out of character, in character, but unnecessary type of vitriol this guy was spitting back. Who has conversations like this with their friends? I don't. I'm not talking to any of my boys like this and calling them out by their name and calling them the C word and the B word for fun. I've never had this kind of none of my friends talk to me that way. I mean, you may call somebody a dickhead every now and then, excuse my French. In a laughing situation, somebody stumbles or someone says something silly. But what these guys were doing, man, was way beyond what's considered banter, okay? Kevin Durant is like 32 years old. You are a grown man. Why are you even responding? One of the top 5, top 3, to some people, top player in the NBA. And you are back and forth with this type of horrible language with Michael Rappaport? Okay, yeah, he's a comedian. Some people think he's funny. I'm either way with him. Sometimes he's funny, sometimes he's not. But why don't you just ignore this? Just delete, ignore, whatever. You let it get to this point, and the NBA, the NBA wants to show that they're against this type of behavior from their athletes. So what do? They fine this man $50,000. $50,000 to a man who makes over $40 million a year is like fining me 50 cents because I ran a red light. Really? Oh, and don't worry about it. You run the red light, no points on your insurance, just pay the court 50 cents and be on your way. What kind of deterrent is that? $50,000? When these guys mess up, now whether or not he should be fined is irrelevant. I'm just talking about the fine itself. These fines are a joke. The NBA doesn't seem to understand how much these teams are paying. Maybe they don't know. Of course they know. It's in the contracts that they're signing, the teams and the leagues and the players and everything like that. What the hell is $50,000 going to do? How is that going to change anyone's behavior? Somebody makes $50,000 a year and they get, the IRS fines them $10,000. That's gonna wake you up. You make $40 million a year and they fine you $8 million. you might wise up next time and think twice about saying anything on Twitter. You need to make these fines so egregious, okay, that these jokers understand that this nonsense will not be tolerated. So whether you agree or not on the fine, that's up to you. I just thought that was a joke, but you know, all of this could have been just avoided, and I just think, as a society, that this just happens too much. And the last couple of examples here are example why we need to watch what we say to people, even if you're not a celebrity, even if you're someone, maybe let's say a CEO of a company or a manager having a conversation with a co-worker. You just don't know. People are so out to get each other. Oh, I'm gonna put this guy on Twitter, and a private conversation, okay, costs one guy his basketball team, another man his reputation as a man of God may be in question by some people, and now Kevin Durant, you know, being seen as whatever he's been seen as because of the situation, and being fined by the league, even though the fine was a joke, it's still a penalty. These people are being penalized, not equally, but they're being penalized over conversations that should have been kept private. And for those people out there who just think it's okay to do this, it's not. You suck if you know that you and somebody are having a conversation that no one else needs to hear about, and then you put it in a public sphere like Twitter or Instagram or even Facebook. Not so much, because apparently Facebook is for the old people now. So all the cool new kids only do Twitter and Instagram, which is, I guess, why I'm not on there. So but I just had to see my little piece on that. What do you guys think? You know, my 5 subscribers, I think maybe one of you guys can comment on what you think about that situation, if you are familiar with it. If you're not, you want to look it up. It's all over the sports news and stuff like that, you know, about read the DMs that these two grown ass men were having, okay, and you tell me what you think about that. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you on the next one.